Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name's Jeremiah Krakowski, and in this podcast, I talk about ways for you to grow in your life and in your business, to get more sales, leads, customers, and clients in a business, as well as live a happier and healthier life. Health, family, relationships, and wealth for you. Listen, I've been helping people for over the last 18 years grow in their businesses to make 6, 7, and 8 figures, and that's what I love to help people do as well. I have a mission to help people become millionaires. If you're not in the hashtag Grow Your Life Facebook group, be sure to join it. There's over 1,500 people just like yourself in there that are growing in their life and their business. There's no such thing as stupid questions in there. You can literally post any question that you want. If you feel like you don't know how to do something in your business and that's holding you back, that's a resource for you to grow and to learn and discover what you don't know so that you can be more successful. As well, I have courses on my website. There's over 100 episodes of this podcast that can help you for free on this podcast. My courses are $47, $57 on my website on how to create Facebook ads, create a website, create offers that get people to buy from you on the internet. I truly believe that they're the best courses on the topics that are out there. And so check them out. There's also even a 30-day money-back guarantee on my courses. I truly believe in them that much that I'm willing to let you try them for 30 days with no obligation. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about dreams and vision. And some of you have written me and said, listen, I haven't dreamed in a long time. I haven't had dreams and visions in a long time. I haven't dreamt of anything exciting. I haven't had ideas and vision for my future in forever. And I can relate with that. I lost my dreams and my vision for about 1.5 years, 2 years, even while doing this podcast. And they finally have started to become reinvigorated again. And so I want you to think back to the time maybe when you did have dreams and vision. Maybe you were really young. You had some dreams of what you wanted to do in your life, to go after something. What were you doing then that you're not doing now? Think about it. You might say, well, I've outgrown that. I can't do that now. Yeah, but you know what? That's a choice. Yes, there's certain things that were unhealthy that you did back then, but there were some healthy activities that you love that you haven't done forever. If you start going back and doing some of those things again, it will unlock that dream state for you because it will put your physiology in the state of where you were when you were dreaming before. As well, having more fun is key to dreams and vision. Play. Having more celebration, listening to music, going for a walk, getting out of your standard rut of normal. And I know some of you might say, listen, Jeremiah, I just can't do that. I don't have the time, freedom to do that. We do what we make a priority in our lives. And so you have to make it a priority for you to do those things, even if it's just 30 minutes in a day. Figure it out. We can always figure something out. And so as you do this as well, fear and worry and guilt and shame and anxiety are all dream killers. Because what they do is they trigger parts of our brain that destroy the part of our brain. They basically shut down the part of us that dreams and comes up with ideas. They replace it, essentially. Because our focus is on survival, not thriving. And so anybody who's listening to this podcast, I truly have a desire for you to get from just surviving to thriving. So that's going to transform your life. If you can get to that place of doing that and dreaming and having dreams and vision, then you can put those dreams into an action plan and go after them, change and transform your life and have impact on the world around you. And so therapy is a good way to do that. There's a resource called 7cups.com that you can do that. You can talk with some people about what are the things that you're afraid of. What are you dealing with? What are you going through? Some of you need to develop more healthy boundaries in your life. Some of you need to get rid of certain toxic friends in your life. People that have squashed your dreams, that have talked against them. You don't need to spend time with those people or even listen to them. You don't need to listen to everybody that has an opinion about what you're doing. And so when we learn to do this, when we learn to stop worrying about what people think about us, we learn to step out of fear, out of worry, out of anxiety, out of stress, into thriving, into those little moments, You start dreaming again. You start having those ideas again. You start having those ideas that you never thought were possible. You start seeing things and visions in your mind's eye that you never imagined you could do. You start journaling things. Once you write it down, once you start making a vision board, once you start putting stuff out there into the universe, once you start partnering with heaven, you start partnering with God for the plans that He has for your life, you start identifying your purpose, you start noticing what are those things that I gave up a long time ago. You start to unlock a part of you, a part of your brain that allows you to dream again. And you have to give up the fear and the worry. You have to give up the worry and the anxiety of doing everything right. And you have to give up, here's a big one, the judgment that you have on other people of how they're not doing everything right. Being critical of everybody else will kill your ability to have dreams because you're going to be critical of you and other people. You're holding yourself and other people to an unreasonably high standard that is never going to be accomplished. When we do that, we destroy the opportunity for us to have dreams and vision. And so if you can step out of that, away from that judgment and criticism and nastiness of looking at what everybody else is doing wrong in their lives and how they're not doing everything right, and being critical of yourself, of what you're not doing right and what's not working out for you and what's not going the way that you want, and you get your focus off of what's not working out. You start stepping into hope. You start stepping into joy. You start stepping into happiness. You start having more fun. You start surrounding yourself around people that are encouraging and empowering you instead of people that are tearing you down and telling you what you can and can't do. You transform your life. You create opportunities for yourself to experience something that you never thought was possible before. Listen, it's a choice for you to stay in those situations. You're either choosing to stay stuck in those situations and listen to those people and be a negative person that's a negative at other people all the time. And I know I lost some people off this podcast episode because I probably offended them and they unfollowed me and they're going to write me and tell me how mad they are at me for even saying that. Good. Later. I don't want you around me if that's you. Because you're not going to resonate with me. My message is you got to give up criticism. You got to give up judgment. You got to give up perfectionism. You got to give up control. You have to give up fear and worry and anxiety. And you have to part ways with those things that you partnered with your whole life and step into hope and joy and victory in your life. And realize that even if your life that you're not experiencing, even if you're not experiencing all that greatness right now, it's possible for you by shifting your beliefs and changing what you do and changing your physiology and changing the situations that you go in, changing what you're doing on a regular basis, shifting your priorities, doing something differently than you normally do on a regular basis to unlock those dreams and unlock that vision for your life. I know it's possible because I have seen hundreds of people do that. And I did it myself. I've done it myself. And I've had the ebbs and flows. I have experienced this in my life, my friends. And so I'm really passionate about this. And I really hope that those people that I offended, they come back at some point when they realize the truth behind what I said. At the end of the day, you have to have hope for the future. You have to be hopeful for what's possible. You have to give yourself grace to mess up and make mistakes and have wonder in your eyes and be like a child again with discovery and be excited to discover new things and discover what you don't know and try things out just to see if they work. That's how you unlock dreams and vision in your life, is by giving yourself the grace to do that. Too many of us have stepped into adultism. I believe in wisdom. I believe in being grown up and wise. But as a grown up, we don't operate in fear and worry. Too many of us believe that operating in fear and worry is how we keep ourselves safe. Yeah, it'll keep you safe and it'll keep you stuck right where you are right now. It'll keep you stuck right where you are in this moment in time. You got to step out of it. You got to step out of yourself and into a new place of opportunity to dream again. Give yourself the ability to just spend some time daydreaming, sitting out there, having ideas for the impossible. Having ideas that you could never accomplish. It's not idle thoughts, my friends. It's worth it to dream big, to dream fearlessly, to dream for the impossible, and then to figure out, now what direction do I need to point myself to that North Star? And really find your passion in your life. What would you do if you only had a day left? What would you do for fun if you had $1 million in the bank account? What did you used to do when you were younger? What are some of the passions that you have that got you in trouble? Those are keys and indicators to your destiny, to the path of your life. It's going to take you to the next level. That are going to point you on the roadmap to where you're going. I truly believe that every single person, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you can unlock dreams and vision for your life. Now, I have some other clients. They dream and they vision all the time. We got to bring it practical. You got to make it practical to where you can apply it, to where you can take action on those things, to where you can do some of those things that you have vision on. Dreams without action are useless. It's true. But action without a dream and a vision is also useless. They're valuable. They go hand in hand. You can't have one be greater than the other. You really want to balance the two, the dreams and the action together. That's the secret sauce. It is. When you do that, it unlocks and it opens up opportunity for your life that you never thought was possible. Now, if you're somebody, you're still struggling with this, maybe you've had experiences. A lot of the times when I talk with people about this and they still struggle with this, it's because they've experienced a lot of pain in their life. A lot of worry, fear, anxiety, hurts. It's okay to admit that you're not okay. It's okay to admit that you've been hurt. It's okay to get some help. You can get some help. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you inadequate to get some help for these things. If you need some help, find a professional. Hop on 7cups.com and talk about some of those things. You can post it in my Facebook group. You can send me a message. We can talk about it. But you have to start dreaming big. If you want to reach your goals, it takes massive vision, massive dream for you to go to the next level. And so I hope that this episode has unlocked some of that for you. I know it's a shorter episode, but I truly believe that it's possible for every single person to unlock parts of their lives that they have laid dormant because they've been trying to protect themselves. They've had fear, they've had worry, they've had anxiety, they've had opinions from people that have shut down some of those things in their life. And it's time for you to unlock part of that in your life. You're going to have to do something different, start to think differently, start to change some of the thought processes that you have. A really good book on this topic is called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I highly recommend it. It's about what he calls the upper limit problem. It's the upper limit of the vision that you can see. There's a limit. When you can raise that upper limit, you start to see things that you never thought were possible. It just unlocks a world of opportunity for you. And it's an incredible book by just shifting our beliefs just a little bit. The limiting beliefs that we have. All of us have limiting beliefs. And when we can shift them, when we can change them, things start to open up for us. And so, check that book out, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And if we haven't talked before, you just want to talk about that, you can send me a DM, schedule a free call with me on my website. You can reach your goals. It's possible. You can start to dream more. You can start to go after things that you never thought were possible. I believe in you. I know it's possible because I've seen it happen with thousands of other people. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.